I'm here with Mitch Breunig, owner of Mystic Valley Dairy in Wisconsin. Mitch, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. We really appreciate it. I guess first off, if we can just start by telling viewers what you do and telling us a little bit about your farm.
So I have a family dairy farm in Sauk City, Wisconsin. We currently milk about 400 cows and have about 1,000 acres of cropland.
And I know that the pandemic has really hit the economy hard, and dairy farmers are no exception. What have the past few months been like for you? What have you been dealing with, and maybe kind of the dairy industry as a whole in Wisconsin?
Particularly on my farm, it's been quite a wild ride. We started in April when things started to change quite a bit, and my milk processor contacted us and said that we had to cut back our milk production 20% starting in 2 days. And so basically, on my farm, that was about 200,000 pounds of milk in a month that we had to cut back. And so we actually sold some cows to some other farmers. And then we actually, in the end, had to dump some milk out. And that was pretty frustrating. It's the first time in my lifetime I've been farming for, I'm 50, and in my lifetime, I don't ever remember having to do that.
Your industry has gone through a lot over the past few years when it comes to trade and just the other issues that we've seen over the past few years. Can you talk about trade in particular? I know it's been pretty rocky. Do you feel like that was worth it to get to USMCA and get to the China trade deal? Because how has that impacted your business?
So, besides being a dairy farmer, I'm also a corn farmer and a soybean farmer. And, I think it's really disrupted those markets. Obviously, there's been some trade payments that have been made to farmers, but I don't think they've really offset the drop in the price and the change in demand that we've had for those products. And, on my particular farm, we also sell embryos to China. We were doing that before the trade deal started, and that deal stopped because they started to raise the tariff on that. And so we went from selling like 100 a year to 0 overnight.
How much does that play into your decision on who you're going to be voting for in the fall? How much does trade play a piece in that?
I think it's pretty big. And, this trade problem hasn't started, in the last 3 years. It's sort of been a trade problem that we've had for many years, and just seeing how we negotiate, how we make those trade deals is really important. And quite honestly, I was hoping for more to get done. I think we've signed some deals, but we haven't really seen sort of the fruits of those labors. And to me, it's been disappointing. We sort of have the pomp and circumstance that we have this fancy new deal, but the meat and potatoes that are inside the deal are really what's important. And we really haven't seen those come forward yet.
Do you look at Vice President Biden's proposal, some of his ideas for his campaign? Do you feel like anything is encouraging there?
I guess I've said a little bit lately that I just haven't heard him talk about agriculture, and agriculture isn't the only issue that, people vote on. But for me as a farmer, I really want to hear their agriculture proposals, and, I want to hear, what they're going to do for trade, what they're going to do for rural America and internet, getting internet out there, what they're going to do to ensure sustainability and ensure, farmers are going to be able to build these family farms and continue into the next generation. And right now, coming from both sides, it's really sort of hard to see what those proposals are that are going to make a difference in my family's life.
Thank you so much, Mitch Breunig, owner of Mystic Valley Dairy. We really appreciate you making the time for us.